Chasing dreams down that open road. Living fast, baby, all I know. Daddy told me gotta give it my all. Cause we're some blue-collared outlaws. We're living life at full speed, there's no pacing. Midwest lifestyle, Ohio grudge racing. Taking home the money wide open on that open road. It's full throttle since the baby bottle, baby, this is all I know. And overload, tires roll, tell them I want all the smoke. Slow boats will choke in my rear view. Adios, run your car, knock your mouth, put your money where your motor is. Heavy hitters, dream killers, kill shot, hold them still, told them chill, we on fire. Life is lit with rocket fuel, stop it fool. Blue-collared outlaws, who you think you talking to? Winning attitude all on the line and we ain't about to lose. Beat the brake pads off, knock your car up out the shoes. Line them out, chalk them up, underdogs on top again. Never say die, we from Columbus, so we gotta win. Hard working, fast running outlaws of street racing. All your dreams is in my tail lights, you can keep chasing.
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Sean, what's up, brother? Congratulations. Oh, I'm sad that I missed that, man. You've been working hard for that one. I know that's got to feel good. Congratulations on your win this weekend. Mark, how's it going? Tommy? Oh, boy. What a wonderful weekend for racing, man. Weather was beautiful. Lots of great stuff all over. I know, was that Brian and the guys out at the Brawl had a good race, it looked like. Of course, I was at PYOP. Had a great time. And down there in West Virginia, opened back up. I saw like an aerial drone shot. The place was packed. I haven't seen any. I've seen a few passes, but I haven't seen a lot of stuff. But it looked like it had some good action going on down there. What's up, homie? Always good to see you. What's up, brother? How are you? How was your weekend? West Palm Beach. How's it going down there? Freaking so humid in West Palm Beach. I used to go down there. I used to have family down there. Beautiful down there, but man, the humidity. I don't do well with the humidity. So we got a great show. We got all the winners from PYOP going to be popping on here in just a few minutes. And yeah, I know, man. It rains at least once a day, whether you need it or not down there, and it just. But it is beautiful weather down there pretty much year round. That's all right, brother. So we're gonna have the winners. I believe I don't know if Mike or Megan's on here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if memory serves, our girl Miss Munson is she not the first female to win a PYOP class? I don't recall there ever being a female to win PYOP before. I could be wrong. Let's not make it official, but Megan, Mike, if you're on here, you can confirm. Or Scott, can you confirm? I'm like 99% sure though. I forgot to have that conversation Saturday night with Mike. But either way, congratulations. You've come a long way, girl. And man, that car's flying. Car has too. Jeez. Flying. There it is. There it is. All right, that's enough of that. So listen, nobody can ever take that away from you, Erica. On top of your win, you're the first one. You're the first. That's awesome. Oh no, I already knew, but man, I'll tell you, the Munson's Muskrat Motors made a ton of progress over the winter from last year, and they've been busting their ass, and you can tell it really shows. Program is tightened up, more consistent, and man, that thing is faster. But enough about that, or else if I keep going on, we won't have nothing to talk about here in a few minutes when she comes on. So great weather, a lot of great racing. I have never, in all my years, I've never seen this one, but second pair down in small tire, both cars had nothing to do with getting tangled up or anything, but both cars blew up. Both of them windowed the block. Left lane dumped everything out of the bottom, and right lane just annihilated the block. So we did have a little slight delay for all that cleanup. It's unfortunate it happens, but that track staff, man, is yeah, it was crazy. But Milan got on it, got it taken care of. We were down maybe 15, 20 minutes tops. And I mean, both of them dumped every drop of oil and everything else out of the vehicle. So they did a great job of cleanup. Absolutely. Huge improvement over last time. That thing is a rocket. In the semis, when he made that solo pass, I was like, oof, where the heck did that come from? And I think he just made like a little 330, but man, it was aggressive. But we'll talk about that too here in a little bit. It was really impressive. So we had a great time. Had drivers meeting. We had some conversations. There's been some changes there. So I'm getting more familiar with everybody. Everybody's getting more familiar with me. And I just want to reiterate, we can always talk about anything. There's nothing diabolical or anything like that. And that's all I'll say in terms of that portion of the change that's happened. But with me being there, I'm just there to help PYOP, which is already one of the best events around, be even better. Hopefully. I think this time there's a lot less confusion. Everybody was more familiar with me and how I do things, and everything went smoother. And again, last time I said it, let's have conversations. Tell me what your needs are so I can accommodate you guys. And I don't believe, but maybe one or two people did the first race, but everybody did this time. Well, most everybody did this time, and everything went smoothly. But in that, guys, let's just talk. Does it have to be aggressive? Does it have to be an argument? You don't have to approach me angrily or aggressively. We're all adults. We can just talk. I had a couple people who showed up to the conversation wanting to argue. I'm here to help make sure everybody has as fair and clean and good of a race, safe, fun as possible. I had one guy who approached me while they were staging, almost like he wanted to fist fight. He was so angry because the other team wanted to go in second and they were going to bump, and they were worried about about them getting burned down. And just tone it down next time, guy. He was clenched up, tensed up, body posture, like he really wanted to fist fight me because he was so mad. And I'm like, well, just tell me what you guys need so you're safe. We don't want anybody to get burnt down. We don't want to have anybody have any problems. We want everybody to race and have a good time. And then he proceeded to tell me about how he's been told that the flagger is a cheater and they don't trust him. I was like, well, that's me. And while you're calling me a cheater, I'm sitting here asking you what you need to make a successful pass. And he still wanted to argue with me. Like, look, I don't understand it. I'm here to help everybody. So if I'm telling you calmly and rationally, I'm here for you to help you succeed, don't try to argue with me. Don't be a jerk. I'm on your side. I'm on everybody's side. I'm completely neutral. I want to see the best racing possible. And in my world, that's everybody being successful. So now that that's out of the way, that's good. It was good meeting him. It's always good seeing you guys. I love you guys. You're so awesome. Always a ray of sunshine. And listen, usually they're beside us when we have our tent there. So make sure best 7-Up cake I've ever had. But they also have banana puddings and a couple other ice cold desserts to cool you off on a hot day. And they're just great people. So anytime you're at Milan, go get you a dessert. I did cheat this weekend and have a 7-Up cake. Well, I had half of one because they're actually pretty big. They're in these the mini bread loaf tubs. So I ate half of it. Yeah. I just wanted to fuse it and have fun. You know what I mean? Well, you need to listen. June 22nd, which actually be my birthday weekend to boot. So you need to come up for that one, June 22nd, and get you some pudding. So we just, let's all just have fun. We can all work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And myself, and I know that the Detroit Hood TV crew are all here to just make sure that the event runs smoothly, safely, and fairly, and is within the realm of reasonableness. I'm sure there's a better word, but whatever. Accommodate everybody's needs so that they can perform at the top of their game. So, yep, June 18th. Yep, see, I'm June 18th. You're the 19th. I remember that. Does it work the same way for you? Because I usually get screwed because it's usually the day. Mine's usually the day or two before Father's Day. So then I only get like one birthday / Father's Day celebration day. Shortchanged, man. I guess it's kind of like being born on Christmas or something, right? But a lot of great racing. That little tiny bit was like 1% of the house, 1% of the event. Otherwise, we had a lot of fun. And I just wanted to address that little bit of housekeeping real quick, just for in the future. Let's just keep it fun. I know sometimes we're competitive and emotions are high and people are stressed and whatnot. But like I said, we're all in this together. We're all in this to make sure that every event is the best it can possibly be for everybody in every way, shape, or form. And we most importantly want all of you to go home safe. When you have a guy that stages first and then you go to the guy that's staging second, and during that time the guy going in first bumps, usually that's a jump. Anywhere else, then you're already locked. Just wanted to come. No, bumping is not jumping. We have two lines for a reason. As long as they don't bump past the line, the second line, it's not a jump. And I mean, it's not like it used to be with the bumps, but I mean, everybody always has a little discretion. If somebody bumps a few inches past the line, we're not going to call it a foul. Now, if you go like a foot past the line or something, that's a different story. But bumping is not jumping, regardless. First, second, whatever. Again, unless it's like some gigantic bump, but people really don't do the gigantic bumps anymore. Most of them were just little tiny bumps. And that was one other issue we had. Somebody got put on the second line, which means they're not bumping, and they wanted to bump, and the person that lined them up didn't communicate that they were bumping to me, or I would have had them back up to the first line. And they were upset that I just went a few seconds, which would have been I held it plenty of time, 3 or 4 seconds, but they didn't bump. I get their frustration, but they got put on the second line, and the person lining them up didn't communicate anything to me. And if you don't communicate to me, I don't know. Well, I mean, as long as you don't go past the second line, obviously on a bump, the tire could crack a hair. That's not a tire crack. On that note, you kind of got to go. You kind of go more. Did they go past the line? Because yes, you could tire crack slightly bumping. Well, just a simple mistake, and an unfortunate one, but it happens. I just that question just made me want to bring it up. Just, if you're bumping, make sure that your crew's putting you on the first line. You didn't give shit for time. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And if you're going to talk sidesteps, tag that person, real good communication. Could you retype that so I could understand it a little better? I mean, I get the whole part. I don't give shit for time. But when I count 3 or 4 seconds, and it's plenty of time, but the rest of it I'm kind of lost on. So anyhow, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Miss seeing you guys. We'll see you soon. See you at War in the Woods. So anyhow, now that we got all the little housekeeping stuff taken care of, let's bring Miss Erica on and celebrate her accomplishments. What's up, Munsons?
Hello.
Hey.
How is everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Is it Monday?
Yes, sir. So tell, for those who aren't as familiar with you, let everybody know who you guys are. And you guys kind of got a unique situation in 2 drivers in 1 car. Maybe explain that also. And tell everybody about the car.
So I'm Erica, and this is my husband, Matt. We share his 72 Nova that he had built for us. Well, for him, and I kind of took it over.
Yeah.
It's just got a 6-liter junkyard motor in it, twin turbos. Nothing too special about it. I will say, go on, Monty. I will say that he works very, very hard to make sure that it does what it does. So, thanks, Chuck. But yeah, we go back and forth. So we had a plan of when whoever wins the race, they're going to win. They're going to drive the next race. But I'm getting ready for War in the Woods. So I've been mostly toting the car. So, yeah.
It's a good deal, man. It's fun. I like to watch her learn. It's been really fun watching her learn the racing, aspect of it. It's been really cool. So this was a surreal moment, really, is what it was. It was just pretty special. pretty special.
And for me, getting to know you guys the past 2 years, and especially, and watching you guys grow, watch your program grow, but watch you two grow has been especially awesome for me. I mean, one of the things I like is you're not afraid to admit, I don't know shit, ask for help, and then take that, run with it, learn, evolve.
Yeah.
And that shows, because your program has grown tremendously in the past few years.
Yeah. When we started, I just jumped in the game. Jasper got me interested in the whole no prep scene, and took my old girl truck out there once, and I was hooked, right? So then started changing the car over that I built as a street car, literally a leaf spring car, the whole 9 yards, and started rethinking what I was going to do, and started looking to do what it needed to do to run with that. And then in the meantime, that's when she started driving, right? Still had just the big block in it, ran 7.
That was 3 years
60s,
ago.
say 70s, something like that. Nothing, it was just a fun street car. And that's what got her completely hooked. The day at the racetrack at a PYOP at Onondaga. Yeah.
Yep, that was 3 years ago. And in the meantime, we had built my car. I have an 80 Z28, and I was bracket racing that one.
Hey.
And,
again.
Oh,
Cat rescue
sorry.
again.
Our cat ran off. But I started bracket racing Black Scratch Fever, and I don't like the bracket racing. Like, the no prep is definitely for us. It's so much more fun. So
Who's that?
That's just Cam.
Cam, short for Camaro.
Yeah. He likes to run off, and our next door neighbor's dog loves to kill whatever's in the fence, and he likes to head towards that way now. So, his neighbors over twice now in the last 2 days, like saving him. So hopefully he learns.
And then we have Monty here too. He's just wanting to chase the ball. So we have all of our animals on the run, basically.
Yeah. We're animal people. Then we picked up the little Yogi here. He's like a good luck charm. So Trevor and Brianna, right? They picked up one of Joey's pups too, and they won. And we picked up one, and we won. So hey, they got a free pup. They got another pup out there. You might want to pick it up, so you might want to win a race, right? So
Hold on, did you say free?
No, I didn't say free. I did, but I caught myself there.
No, I'm about due for another dog, but we're so busy. It's not fair. Poor thing would just be at home all the time. Yeah, Joe, you guys need a pup.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
You better listen to the boss.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard somebody say puppy. He's not puppy anymore. He's an old guy.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He's 9. So, yeah.
So, yeah. First win. I was overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed. It was definitely, this past race, I went in with no expectations whatsoever. I just wanted to go out there and have fun. I wanted some seat time in the car. Like I said, getting ready for war. Yeah, the first guy that I raced, I've never seen him. I believe Noah G was his name. It was the first time at the track himself. So I kind of drove right out of his life. So, and then I picked David was my second round, and David Smith, and which he actually beat me last month at PYOP. So I was happy to get him because he's tough, and if you want to, and if you want to get better, then you have to race the best. So That's how I honestly feel. And then I got the bye going into the finals, and then pulled none other than Mike Moss into the finals. That was crazy. So that was definitely a whirlwind between that last pass. Well, last two passes, I guess, because
right. Yeah.
we had to rerun it.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, there was a question on the first race if Mike had crossed or not, and in all the excitement, the starting line camera got kicked over, so there was really no good clear footage that could prove 100% that he did or did not. We walked the track, and even then, there was no concrete 100% proof that everybody could agree on. So they ran it again, and I didn't get to follow up with Mike, but I have a feeling something had to have broken or something weird happened, because the next pass, so they both agreed to rerun it, and then the next pass, Mike went hard left, harder than before. So I don't know if something broke and or what, but either way, he came over into Erica's lane, and she just stayed straight and steady.
Yeah, that was like, did you not see him coming at you? I was super hyper focused on going straight down the track. Like, I did not pay any attention to what was going on beside me.
Yeah, you watch the video, and her car is dead straight, and it looks like, Mike's in her lane. It looks like almost want to touch her car. She's dead straight. She was focused. Yeah, she was on a mission, basically, is what it boils down to, on a mission.
So, and I didn't know anything even happened coming back through the pits. And, everybody's like giving me thumbs up coming back. And I was like, oh, like, thanks for, supporting, I guess. And then I hit Joey's trailer, and they were all like, he crossed. And I was like, what? No way. So I had no idea. I went up there, and, the camera fell over, blah, 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 and had to redo it all over again. And again, I had no idea until it got into the return road, and Matt's calling me, and he was like, he crossed again. You won. Just come up here. And I just instant tears. I was so overwhelmed. And then the amount of people that were at the winter circles, I was just like, oh my gosh. It was definitely an experience. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. No, it was a great time. You did a great job both times. Well, all day. I mean, I don't know what your draggy data or any of that jazz is, but it looked like you were progressively getting faster every time. It sounded more aggressive. It sounded like you guys were creeping up on it. And those last two, of course, it got cooler, and that track likes it a little cooler. So
absolutely.
I like the way that thing sounded those last two passes you were driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime you're lined up against Mike Moss, you better
be on it.
You better let her eat, man. You better, you know what I mean? So, hats off to him. He's fast, man. He's super fast, and shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I think his crew said that he had a tire issue, a tire going down, kept going down. His left tire kept going down like quite a bit between passes. So they were milking that thing. So hey, we're gonna take it though. So.
No, listen. Equipment failure or whatever, winning's winning, and and it is what it is. Sometimes it's your day, sometimes it ain't, and sometimes leaky tires part of it being ain't.
Yeah,
unfortunately. So
you still had to make it to the final round. So you still had to make it there. So,
but you guys made it and did a hell of a job. So be proud. It's definitely a victory, no matter the circumstances, because you went across the finish line.
I couldn't be more proud of her. I really couldn't. I'm bragging her up here at dinner. I'm just, I get race car driver here. You know what I mean? So got a winner. So
embarrassing me.
Yeah, embarrassing her. And then the waitress was just eating it up. She was like eating it up. So it was fun. I'm proud of her.
I mean, in general, Tim, not many. If you're talking like statistically and by the odds, it's a very low percentage. Obviously, though, the women are outnumbered tremendously in the world of female drivers versus male drivers. I believe you were the only female driver Saturday, for instance.
Yeah.
The whole event. So, I mean, that's a hell. Statistically, that's a hell of that's a tremendous amount of odds to overcome.
We always say like no preps where the men go play. You know what I'm saying? At the no preps, and here we got a female contender here. You know what I mean? So
Just
put that gorilla on. You know.
That energy.
Yeah, we have fun with it. We really do. We go to have fun. We really do, and see people like you and everyone we know, the race family. Our goal literally is to go put laps in, and have fun and get data and learn. And if you can just keep doing that, then there's like no pressure that way. Really, it's just we're making test passes, and we're just trying to do what we do at test passes, and let's go faster every pass.
I try to just race ourselves in the track. It doesn't matter who it is that you pull.
Yeah.
I mean, I will definitely say that I was even keel all day until that race with Mike. And I was like, it felt like I was the first time in the car. I was so like, but here we are.
Yeah,
So.
here we are.
No, you did great.
We're going over that tune for Mike's first pass, and she's like, "We got to turn it up." That's what she says.
Moon tune. We need the moon tune.
So.
Well, I mean,
Take
it's not a bad strategy if you think it can hold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Mike's top tier. I mean, Mike's got to be top 5 in the nation. No.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I gotta say, after this weekend, you guys might be top 10 in climbing.
Keep on having fun.
That says a lot, man.
Yeah.
Well, winning's always fun, ain't it?
Always fun, man.
Where do we go? Let's try to catch up on comments real quick, Jasper.
Thank you, Jasper.
Jasper's the man. Like I say, I've known Jasper for a while. He's just secretly right behind that. You don't know it, right? But he's the one that inspired me to even get into this game. You know what I'm saying? That was Jasper. You know what I mean? So he's a good dude, man. The whole Second Tight crew, all of you. All right, Second Tight crew, you got a sticker on the car. You know what I'm saying? So guys are family. Do anything for you. If you need a Milwaukee drill, we'll maybe we can hook you up in a zip tie. You know, so yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, nope, it was a good time for sure. So, what's War in the Woods next? Are you guys doing anything in between?
Test. Yeah, we got us an awesome road right out here, literally right out here that we'll be testing on, and then hopefully test this Dega, and then be ready. And she'll be in the seat until then. So that's seat time. So she got 5. I was super happy about getting to do the rerun, really, because it's just another pass. You know, it's just more seat time. So
right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So as her husband, has this win changed her? Is she walking around like queen of the house, queen of the castle now?
No. We're the same old people. It doesn't matter if we're winning or losing. We're gonna come home and we're gonna hold hands on the way to track if we're driving together. We're each other's best friend. You know, we really are. We have us to lean on. Really, we have some people that we can help that help out. You know what I mean? But it's me and Erica. It really is. You know. So
I mean, there's so many things that we can give out there. Joey and Coral LaRoque, like they're amazing. Chuck and the whole Be Humble crew, awesome people. Yeah. Like there's Jasper and all of them, Bill Steele and Bobby and
all of them.
Jacob, all of them.
Yeah, it's hard to think of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Right. The random people that give you thumbs up and, you know, driving through the pits and whatnot. And
just Carrie with all of her pictures that she does. She's been doing really good on the camera. I'm very happy to see all of that. Yeah. Adam Culp with all of his pictures, like all of it. DRD, I love DRD when they do their pictures. Like there's so many people.
So I'm going to give a shout out to Nikki Bobby Inc. though for the long travel, right? So they've got a long travel kit for Nova 67 and 69 Camaro kits, dude, right? So good stuff, right? Really helps out. And then Jeff Thomas at TRS because his shocks are magic, dude, magic. Basically is what that's the two things I did, literally. The two things that I did over the winter is long travel and good shocks all the way around, literally. And
big payoff.
The difference. So hats off to those two fine companies.
Jenna rules that house with an iron fist over there.
Right.
And I'll do the dishes anyway. Trust me. And I do the dishes. I can't touch the laundry. I'm not allowed to touch the laundry, but I'm all dishes and trash. Right. So yeah. Hey, we're 50-50 here, literally. Right. We share a car. We share responsibilities. We share everything. So
Awesome.
I got pretty lucky. Thanks, Andy.
So you kind of ran down, but any partners or anybody else you guys want to give a shout out to?
Yeah. So Muskrat Motors, obviously our little side gig we do here, one car at a time, working on a 94 Mustang, putting a small block Ford turbo kit on it, whatnot. So we do that as to fund our race, fund our racing basically is what it is, a little spare cash to go to the track with. And say Joey LaRoque, man, and the LaRoques in general, like literally last year, I was running into some fueling issues, right? Running into I needed a trans brake. I was foot braking this car until the end of last year, trying to foot brake a turbo car. You know what I mean? It worked, it worked for a little while, but Joey instantly seen that and just literally said, take the transmission out. We're getting a trans brake for you, right? So it's just stuff like that. And a big fuel pump for fueling needs. And so, yeah, Joey's been a huge help, man. So thanks a ton, Joey, for real.
So, but no official sponsors.
Yeah,
if
no
anybody
sponsors.
wants a sponsor, no.
Spartan right back there. I work there. They sponsor my, hey, they sponsor my work. I can sponsor my fun, race my funds. So, yeah. Other than that, though, it's us, man.
Corey, we got to connect. I know we went back and forth a little bit, and then we just lost touch. I got your info. I'm gonna call you after the live feed, so we can get some stuff worked out. Yes, sir. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's it.
And yes, June 22nd is the next one. Well, listen, it's always great seeing you guys. I absolutely love you to death. We always have a great time and great conversations, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And
Thanks,
I'm excited, girl, for this War in the Woods. You know.
Yeah. I think it's I'll have to definitely check in on this, but I think I may be the first lady racer at War in the Woods.
I believe so. I do not. I do not recall a female racer, period. So no pressure, but first female racer and first female to win would be, pretty awesome.
I don't know, truly tough.
Yeah, a round win will be good. Just War's tough. You never know who you're drawing at War, obviously, and you got 40 cars in that class at War, which is awesome. Hopefully yours is bigger this year, right? So more than that, right, Josh? So hopefully
on cage.
Yeah. On cage. Let's go for 50.
Yeah, we're trying. I got some stuff in the works.
Yeah,
we'll be on cage.
Yeah, we'll be on cage. We're gonna go War on cage. The big ones, right? The ones that are coming up. So
yes, sir. You did hear that.
No sponsors.
Not one single sponsor. No, it's just us, man. Like I say, I wrench. I am the wrench, right? I'm everything, the thought process. So I bounce things off of her all the time. She makes her head spin. I'll draw pictures, whatever it takes to make her understand what I'm trying to say. And I got a back pocket, we're going to say, help too. I'm a smart dude that really I get to bounce things off of, and he's super good, right? So, but other than that, man, that's it, man. It's me. It's us.
I'll call you. It'll probably be about an hour, and then I'll get you in contact with them. I'll get you their contact info.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Awesome.
Bam.
Nah.
Now you got one sponsor.
There you go. All right.
So, and Corey, you couldn't find better representatives. I promise you. So I'll call you and I'll get you guys connected after the live feed.
Perfect. Thank
you.
Thank you.
Grant's blowing you kisses and waving.
That's funny.
Give him hugs and kisses back, Aubrey.
It's Aunt Erica.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for
you.
coming on.
Yes,
and,
sir.
Good luck this weekend testing, or this weekend testing.
Mhm.
And
We'll
I
see
will
you.
see you. I'll see you guys at Warner Woods.
Yes, sir.
Safe travels, and I'll talk to you here in an hour or so.
Yep.
We'll get
Thank
you guys
you.
hooked up with
Thanks.
Corey. So, all right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
So next we got Mr. Street Class, Mr. Streetcar,
Yeah. What's going on?
the most controversial streetcar in America.
Yeah, I guess so.
Back at it again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So
how
what's
many
going
motors
on?
have you been? How many motors have you been through since the last PYOP to this one? Because I've seen
None. This motor is holding up strong. So
Okay.
yeah, no issues here. That the 6.0 that I got from Joey is definitely working out. So
Sweet.
yep, that's for sure.
And
So yeah, I ran into a couple small issues. Like on the way home, I decided to drive it to the track on Saturday. Woke up early, left at about 9:15, drove out there, and my plan was to drive out. Hopefully take it home. Hopefully win the event, and then drive it home. But I had a little mishap on the way home. So
thought this was daily driver, not pro mod winner.
oh yeah, hey, that's the guy with the truck, man. He's the one that's got the fucking exhaust out the side, radiator in the bed, all that stuff. That thing's a pro mod.
Yeah, you're right, Joey LaRoque. Those people are absolutely awesome. They do a lot for the Michigan racing community, and there's not one bad thing anybody could say about them in my book.
Yeah. Yep. It's racers helping other racers, and it's good that everyone can come together.
Yep.
There might be a little bit of trash talk in between, but at the end of the day, everyone mostly gets along with each other, which is great.
My butt connectors are tight.
Yeah, so Travis, I had an issue on the way to the track. My fan stopped working, and it was the connector shorted out. So since I drove there, I didn't have any extra gas cans, and I drove in a little over an hour. So I was like, I don't have any E85. I got to go and get gas. I'm not going to make it for the race. So he went over to my car and rewired my fans, put new butt connectors in and everything like that while I went and got gas. So
nice.
Very nice of him to do that, even though he was my competition in that class.
Oh, Travis, you're all right, buddy. Listen, that friggin' exhaust, when he's up on it, that thing's just rattling around. Looks awesome, though. I don't care.
Yeah.
From my vantage point, it's awesome. It's got a little wiggle to it, and then when he leaves, it just reminds me like the old vets. Remember how they used to do that on the old 70?
The little side pipes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what it puts me in mind of.
Yeah.
Shakes the oil pressure right out of the truck. I bet it does.
Yeah, he's had some issues with that truck with oil pressure. I believe that this is the second oil pump that he's went through because the relief valve was getting stuck in the pump. So he's been having some issues with it. So it's not working out too well for him.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's racing sometimes.
Yeah.
So for people who weren't on last month and aren't that familiar, tell them a little bit about the car, and then we'll go through the event.
Well, it's a notchback Mustang. I call it Vanilla Gorilla. It's a turbo LS car, full interior, pumpy 85, full on street car, and it's definitely a contender,
The thing moves.
So,
It
oh,
moves
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it moves pretty good. I got it pretty dialed in now with like all the new stuff that we updated over the winter. It's pretty dialed in now, so it's definitely working. So.
And so, just going through the day, how did you find the track? And I mean, because you're progressive, look quicker every round. You look like you were getting more aggressive with it.
So it was kind of bad. Like, I'm sure it was the weather. I think weather definitely had a big part in how the cars were running. My car was not doing great. So with the weather and the heat, it wasn't really making the best of passes. Usually, like the tune-up that I had in it was the same tune-up I had from last month, and it was 4/10 slower. And I couldn't believe it. And the first round, I drew my buddy Tom in his red Camaro, and that was actually a really close race. I think maybe I had him by about a car, maybe a half car, something like that. It was a pretty good race. And then second round, I drew Mike Keller, and he's got a really fast Camaro. So it's a red F body, 4th gen, and I honestly thought I lost. Like, we were probably within, I don't know, inches. I mean, it was a neck and neck race, basically all the way down. But I was really worried about that one. Right after the pass, I got on my phone and I started calling everyone. I'm like, did I get him? Did I get him? Like, because I wasn't sure because how close it really was, and that was definitely an interesting one. That guy's got a really fast car. And then third round, I decided I was gonna turn it up a little bit, see if it would take more off the hit. It really didn't get much faster, but it did pretty good. And then I guess in the finals it was me and Grant, and Grant's got a 4-door Le Mans, and I mean, we were both going around. We both have the same tuner. The same guy tunes both of our cars. So that was cool, it ended up being like that in the finals. I know that he knocked the tire off. He spun pretty bad. And I pulled away,
Yeah. Which if you guys aren't familiar with that Le Mans, it's a big boat, but that thing flies. That thing moves.
Yes, it does.
And it makes it. I was surprised he knocked the tire off, to be honest, because usually it makes a good pass.
Yeah, he probably turned it up a little bit. I assume that he probably, he turned it up and wanted to see if it would take it. So
just a hair too much on the up button.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. So but it worked out, and then I decided I was going to try to make another test hit or two, before the end of the night. And sorry, I'm trying to find my phone charger because my phone's going to die here.
Yeah, we're running a little bit behind, but it's all right.
Yeah, but so like after the finals, I made a couple of passes, and then I was like, you know what, it's time to go home. I mean, it's already 12:30. I got an hour drive ahead of me. Hopefully, you know, I don't have any problems. I probably made it about 40 minutes. And then the wire harness, I guess, got wrapped in the serpentine belt.
Oof.
And all of a sudden the car shut off on the freeway and pulled over to the side, popped the hood, and yeah, the harness was all ripped out. You know, the belt was shredded, harness was all, you know, mangled and everything. So I guess that's what happens when you don't tie it up securely. So
Yeah, learning curve, right?
yeah, so now I gotta get a new harness and get that on order. I haven't even looked at the car, touched the car, seen, you know, actual what the damage actually is on it. So, but I'll get to it in the next couple days. You know, we're trying to focus on building another Mustang. My fiance has a notchback that we put a 6.2 in beginning of the year, but we just pulled that out, put a bigger engine in it, and we're going to set her up to do some racing also.
Did you sell the old engine or the one you had for sale?
No, I still have it. It's sitting in the corner.
That was a really good deal. I'm surprised that thing didn't fly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 6.2. I mean, the rings are gapped. It's got a nice cam kit. Everything's fresh in it. It's you know, obviously the square bore heads and everything. It's a, you know, complete engine. You know, I figured $4,000 was a decent price for it. You know, especially because I mean, we got a new engine. I don't really need it, so just try to move it, get it out of the way.
Building that for hard tire.
No, we're probably gonna do a daily with that car. I mean, it's gonna make some pretty good power, and it should be, you know, still pretty reliable. So, I mean, that car is, you know, full stock interior car also. You know, nothing crazy, E85, you know, all stock location suspension, you know, all that stuff. So we're probably going to run like a daily true street class with that car also.
I think
I'm actually surprised that this past event, there was a lot more cars in like the same, I guess, caliber, you'd say, compared to last month. Last month there was I think like an F-150, a lot of newer Mustangs, you know, but this time there was probably, I'd say 8 to 10 cars that were more of a higher caliber, you know, competition, I'd say, which is cool. You know, there's more cars, you know, that are getting into the daily class or the true street classes. And I feel like that's what we need, because there's really not that many that come out. Usually the daily or a true street class, there's only 5 or 6 cars that ever show up to those. It's not very many, you know, and we had, I think, 16 last event and 13 or 14 at this event. So that's a pretty decent turnout for that, you know, especially because it's cheap. You know, it's $50 to enter. You know, it's not a $200, you know, small tire class or anything like that, you know, or $300. So it's not much to have fun and go rounds, you know.
Yeah, and it is a fun class. And Michigan, you guys do have probably the biggest daily class consistently of anywhere that I've been to. I wish more people would catch on to that, because you're right. Typically 4 or 5 cars show up and it just kills. It's like the event time being sucked up. The ROI isn't worth it at that point.
Right.
But you guys show up and it's almost always great racing. I mean, and when I say that, I mean it's almost always like half a car ish,
Yeah.
one car max. You know, if both people make good passes,
Yeah.
it really is one of the funnest and most exciting classes for me. I know I say that all the time, but it's because I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely a good one, especially when there's good competition in it too. Because I mean the truck that Travis drives. I mean that's a pretty quick truck. Mike Keller that I race, he's got a quick Camaro. My buddy Tom, he's got a quick Camaro also. And like Keegan, he has that green SM95. I mean that thing, that thing moves out. Grant with the Le Mans, that thing moves out. So I mean, there's definitely a lot of quick cars.
That old SC Thunderbird.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's so rowdy sounding.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you missed that earlier. Tom said you're slow. He's just slower.
Yeah, I know. I know that. Don't remind me.
Unfortunately, not this year. But it's something we can look into. If we get the people to show up, I've tried it several times, and like I said, we get 4 to 6 cars that show up, and it's just event time versus ROI. Just not worth it. But I mean, if we can get a 16 car field, guaranteed. I mean, the rules and everything's already set for this year, but if I could get 16 cars to show up, I'd do it for sure.
Yeah,
we'd have
fun.
And
that I don't understand why the car count is so low for that, because I mean, most of the cars that do small tire race, I know a lot of those cars can do a cruise. I mean, and full interior really isn't much, and most of the cars that are racing in small tire have full interior.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not, do them both? Or, I mean, some people that join small tire are just like, oh, I'm just donating. But, I mean, you could go rounds and True Street all day, or the daily driver, with what the rules are, I mean, it's all about, having fun. You don't always have to, donate $200 or $300 to race. You probably have a better shot at, a True Street class or something like that.
No, I agree. If you don't have a fully cut up car,
Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of the small tire cars, I mean, some of the small tire cars are, all fiberglass, fiberglass doors, Lexan windows, they're not factory floorboards. They're, I mean, they weigh 2,000 pounds, some of them, and they make a ton of power. I mean, that doesn't always work out. I mean, look at Trevor. Trevor just won, the small tire at this event, and his car's nothing crazy, which is good, because I mean, there's cars that are a way higher caliber, that were knocked out.
Oh yeah, but 2,400 horsepower on the backside. Very few people are going to figure that out. Very few people are going to detune it enough to be worthwhile.
Make it work.
I mean, Quist got it down pretty good.
Yeah,
but he has issues, because he's got all that horsepower.
Yep.
But yeah. And you got who's your support staff and any sponsors or partners in the build that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so I got a couple of buddies that help me out with the car all the time. Tom, Zach, Jordan and Nick, Sean. I mean, they all help me out a lot. I got some sponsors. Damn Race Cars, they do all my fabrication stuff for the car. Alex's Automotive, that's where I work, and all the stuff that I need, maintenance wise, or if I have to rip the motor out or whatever, I'm doing it there. Rocket Prep, they supply me with all the prep and stuff like that I need. Full throttle speed, Steve does my tuning on the car, and Detroit Battery. He sponsors me also. We got one of his batteries in the car. So yeah, that's that's pretty much everyone.
Sweet.
I'm sure I forgot one or two, but can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, I got a pretty good support team. I'm thankful for everyone that does support me in it. I just I love the racing. I love the environment. I don't care who I'm racing. I'm going out there to race the road. And just hope for a good outcome.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, my man.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see you back on June 22nd.
Yep.
And I got to get with you so I can get one of those cool shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely have some. I have some extras. So yeah, just get a hold of me, and either I'll meet up with you, at the next event, or I'll send it out to you. Whatever you want me to do.
Nope, I'll get with you next time. I tried to sneak over there a couple times, but it just didn't work out. But I'll get with you before the event starts. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I have the other car at the next event. I want her to, go out and try to have some fun. So I probably won't bring mine. I'll probably bring hers so we can, try to get some testing and try to, see what we can get her car to do.
That'd be awesome.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Good deal. Well, thank you for coming on, sir. And we'll see you on we'll see you as crew chief, hopefully.
Yeah.
On the 22nd.
Yeah, take a little bit of a break, So, all right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good one, buddy. Thank
you.
You
too. Bye.
Bye. Well, if we can get enough people to show up, like I said, the rules and everything have already been set for this year, but if we can get enough people to show up for next year, I'm not opposed to adding it. Maybe we need to work on some sort of pre-lock-in or something to guarantee we'll have 16 entries, and that would make it worthwhile. I'm all for it. But so we're running a little behind, which is fine. Give everybody a little extra time to tell you about themselves and recap the event. But here's Mr. Trevor Mason, the winner of the small tire class, with his new build, or rebuild and then rebuild of the rebuild. But whatever happened this time, it worked.
Right? I don't even know what happened this weekend. That was a lot of luck.
Well, it do be like that sometimes.
We changed so much stuff. It's unreal. And this weekend, it just decided it wanted to work.
And that it did. Listen, I mean, the car looked good throughout the day, but that semifinal pass, that half pass you made, I was like, oh my God. I don't know what happened here, but that thing just got real aggressive and compared to the rest of the day. But before we get into all that, let's he's my hero. Before we get into all that, for those that aren't as familiar with you, why don't we tell everybody who you are and where you're from and tell them about the car?
My name is Trevor Mason. I'm from Romulus, Michigan, and it's a small block Ford, single precision 96 Fox body, no front end, typical. It's got a turbo 400. It's heavy, nothing real crazy about it. 321 cubic inch motor, small.
And works amazing,
It's a toss up, but yeah, it worked real good this weekend.
Well, it's getting there.
Yeah. We went pretty much PBs all around, mile per hour, and ETs were all PBs all weekend.
Yeah. And so who helps you with that? Who's helping you build that thing?
Oh, my family, my girlfriend, she's always around supporting me. My mom and my dad, all of Salinas Motorsports, everyone over there, Enrique, Joey LaRoque, Joey Santos, Jose, Lil Enrique, Pops, Danny Welch, they all pitch in and help me out, give me ideas, bounce ideas off of them. And then Total Transmission and Gear, Ron Phipps, he does all my trans stuff. He's a family friend for a long time, helps me out there.
Nice. So let's go through the event. First round card looked good. It looked good, but
yeah, we had a little too much in it first round, and luckily he had some problems too. I think he spun off the hit as well, and I was able to just gather it up a little bit quicker and get to the finish line first.
Yeah, no, yeah. So you gathered it up, but I mean, it still made a pretty decent lick, all things considered.
Yeah. Definitely wasn't anywhere near where we thought it would be. We didn't honestly think it would be that hot. We've been struggling actually with it wanting to bog off the line after we went to a second gear leave. So it came out and lit tires right up and just pedaled it all the way down and got there.
Yeah. And then second round made a good strong pass.
Yeah, that second round against I think it was Curtis Roan in the Black Nitrous Mustang. Yeah, that pass was, I think I was only a couple tenths off of my previous PB on the backside of Milan there. We were up a few mile an hour, so we knew we were heading in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, it was a nice pass. It was a nice pass. And then who'd you have next?
I think I had to buy the third round.
Yeah, that's right. The third round was the bye, and that's when that thing shined. Because
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we figured we'd go out there because we started to white smoke the tire a couple 100 foot out in the second round. So we more or less just wanted to run a couple 100 foot and make sure it wouldn't spin at that point again. And we knew we were heading in the right direction. So we pulled a little bit of power out there. Track came around a little bit better for that bye run. And once we had that 200 foot hit in, we knew we were doing pretty good.
What is this the face you make? Or is he never mind. Just in general. Okay.
I don't know. He was making fun of my shorts Saturday too. He asked me if I raided my girlfriend's closet for him.
He's always a good time. And then so the finals, I mean, listen, that's a killer. That know, that Nova is a killer. They missed the tune up. They're a little spicy off the hit, and they gathered it up, and they were running you down. But man, you just made a beautiful pass and just straight down Broadway.
Yep, that final run, that was the best mile an hour the car's ever done, front side, back side, anything. That was the fastest cars ever went.
Who clicks when you that race?
Oh shit! Oh come on!
But that's tall order, man. That's a tall order too. Sorry. So what's next? Where are you going next?
Either going to be just taking the next weekend off. Planning for War in the Woods at the end of the month. So we're not sure if we're going to race this weekend or not. It's either going to be testing this weekend, just getting ready for War in the Woods, or just be working on the car, trying to get it ready.
Nice. When are you guys going down? You guys going down Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, I'll probably leave Thursday after work.
Nice. I'll be down there Thursday too. And so we kind of went over it, but tell us again who helps you out with it.
All the guys at Salinas Motorsports. They have been there since pretty much day one, since I put the first turbo kit on the car, and it was just a cruiser around town. Enrique started tuning it, and I've pretty much been with them ever since. They help me out with anything on the turbo side, any turbo kit fabrication, any suspension changes usually go through them, and Danny, he helps me out there. And then Ron Phipps at Total Transmission and Gear. He does all my trans work. He's built all the transmissions for the car. I used to race motocross with his son, so that's how I got with them.
Nice. And so I guess back up. Is this your first car?
Yeah, I've had it since I was 16.
And how many versions has it been? What are you? Hold on, first of all, how old are you now? I know you're not that old.
24.
Okay. Yeah. How many? So how's that car progressed since 16 to 24?
More when I originally built it, I was more into going to car and coffee, stuff like that, just car shows, just driving it around town every weekend. Red light to red light.
You should definitely take that to Cars and Coffee now. It'll fit right in.
Yeah, it was no charging system anymore. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty much, it could do any cruise. It's got a factory size tank, no cell or anything yet. Just doesn't have a charging system anymore since we went to a 16-volt setup.
Yeah. Yeah. What works? So any upgrades planned for the future?
Nothing at the moment. Probably going to need to upgrade the anti-roll bar at some point soon. It started to want to twist up a little bit once we started getting into the power this weekend. And so probably put a beefier anti-roll bar in it sometime soon. Might change the turbo kit up, drop the turbo back down. That was last year. We just wanted to get it back out and going in 2 days' time. So that's what we came up with to get it back out there. So other than that, pretty much just try and lighten it up. It weighs almost 3,000 pounds with just a little bit of weight in it to get it down the track. So it's no 2,500 pound typical Fox body. It's a heavy car. It's all steel doors. Just doesn't have a front end on it because I don't have Zeus rails to put a fiberglass front end on it. And yeah, nothing special with it.
Yeah. Did you street that thing any?
Not recently. Last time I probably drove it around was last fall before I put the 16-volt battery in it.
Yeah. I don't know. So, anybody else you want to shout out or anything else you want to say?
I think I got everybody helps me out. Just my family for being there, and I know I can be pretty cranky when things aren't going great, so they put up with me and listen to me bitch about what I need to do, what I need to change, and always listening to me, even when they don't want to. I get yelled at about that most of the time. They don't want to hear it anymore. That's all I talk about anymore.
It's part of the competitive spirit sometimes, though, isn't it? I mean, it is an emotional roller coaster at times, for sure.
Oh, my bad. I completely missed that question, I guess.
No worries. It was the way I worded it.
No, have not street raced it yet.
Any plans to?
Yeah, I would say I would. It was more of I haven't been racing like seriously that long, So I would say it was more of getting comfortable behind the wheel and getting laps in the car, feeling comfortable enough to do it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely more important than just getting out there. That's a good strategy. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Be safe. Well, good deal, man. Appreciate you coming on, and congratulations again. And I'm assuming we'll see you back on the 22nd.
Oh, yep, we'll be there. As long as the car is still together, we'll be there.
Well, I'll see you at War in the Woods beforehand. Yep. Before that, though. So, all right, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So, yeah, there you guys go. You get to learn a little bit more about all these guys and gals up there at PYOP, and hopefully we can. I know there was a race in Ohio and then that race in West Virginia, and a lot of the Ohio racers went to those, but hopefully we'll see some more of you up June 22nd up at PYOP, because there was a time when PYOP didn't pay Michigan racers. It was only Ohio winning, and I think we need to bring that back. Just saying. No, thank you. It's my pleasure. And I'm going to call Corey and get you guys connected as soon as I hang up here. So I appreciate everybody coming on. And I know, everybody appreciates the Detroit Hood TV team, and appreciates everybody for coming out. And I appreciate your patience with the changes that are being made. And even though some of you don't have patience, I appreciate that too, because one of the stupidest things I've ever done in my life is ask God to teach me to have more patience. So sometimes some of you are being smart asses and jerks, and you think you're hurting me, but you're just helping me be more patient. So I appreciate that and love that about you too. Lessons and blessings. We're going to have fun. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to get there together. You know what I mean? We're going to get there together. It's all good. It's no big deal. We'll get there together, man. I'm a team player, and we're going to have fun. So I'm not going anywhere this weekend. I know that I'm sure that the table will have a big live feed about the Shady Side race. That's going to be a huge race for $50,000. There's a lot of amazing front side no prep racers involved in that one, and I know it'll be an awesome event. However, originally, unfortunately, the track is closed, and we were going to do Luck of the Draw this weekend, but now that that's not an option, and I still have those 5 days off, I'm going to stay my ass home and work on the Blazer this weekend. I'm going to have 5 days to just pound on it, and that's what I'm going to do. But after that, I'll be at War in the Woods. So we'll, I don't know, next Monday I'll find somebody to come on here and entertain you guys. I know it ain't me, but we'll find somebody else who can. And wherever you guys go this weekend, have fun, be safe, and shiny side up. I appreciate all of you. Have a great week.